Have you ever had an idea and somebody has said, "Don't be silly"? Or have you ever tried to create something and someone has told you, "No, you can't do that"? It's sad, isn't it, that people can try to stop you from using your imagination and creating magical objects or machines or artworks or inventions. If someone has told you that you have no imagination, guess what? They are wrong. We all have imagination, and we can develop it. So don't let anybody try and stop you from dreaming of being an artist, or a dancer, or a singer, or whatever you want to be. Don't let anyone stop you from having a dream, or creating something brilliant. Remember, if you're not prepared to be wrong, you will never come up with something original. All the greatest people in the world, like Albert Einstein, Thomas Edison, Alexander Graham Bell, William Shakespeare, were all your age once, and just like you, they all had an idea or a dream which probably seemed very silly to other people at the time, but I bet those people wouldn't be laughing at them now. Hundreds of years ago, there weren't any cars, or computers, or aeroplanes, or even fridges. Somebody had to imagine and then create these things. School is the place where creations should be created, where ideas should start, and they should be encouraged. So when you are at school, create things, imagine things, paint that picture, design that spaceship. They say that one day we may have flying cars. Who knows? Maybe you could be the person in the future who makes this happen. Schools teach maths and English almost daily, yet only teach drama, music, or art weekly. These days, children seem to be judged on how well they do at school by their academic ability. Why aren't the arts taught daily as well? Creativity in education is as important as literacy. Yet it seems that these days, most schools are trying to produce genius students and pay very little attention to the imagination and creativity side. Students should not be punished for thinking outside the box. Many activities at school are objective. There is a right and there is a wrong. For example, if a student decides that they want to color in an animal a different color, why should they be punished and made to start again? All children have talents, but we squander them pretty ruthlessly. Every child needs to be given the opportunities to showcase their imagination and creativity skills as much as possible. Instead of berating a student for drawing in their book, which consequently could destroy their confidence and as a result stop them from having an interest in drawing, they should of course be told not to draw in their book. However, give them the opportunity to draw somewhere else, and set aside time for them to do it. Perhaps set aside 10 minutes a day where they can go use a book to write a story, a poem, design something, or create something spectacular. We don't grow into creativity, we grow out of it, or we get educated out of it. Don't be the teacher that squanders children's talents. Be the teacher that nurtures and encourages creativity and imagination. Be the teacher that one day in the future your students will say, "I have achieved what I have because my teacher encouraged me to be myself." Schools and classrooms can be environments where imagination and creativity flourish or languish. Our teachers need to be given the best possible resources and opportunities in order to encourage and promote imagination and creativity in their classrooms and schools. Creativity is a habit, and schools sometimes treat it as a bad habit. With the right amount and appropriate resources, children can discover and explore their creative potential. Students should be encouraged to imagine. As mentioned before, creativity in education is as important as literacy. Therefore, schools should adapt their teaching and learning methods to reflect this. What is stopping teachers from implementing a creative arts aspect to their mathematics or English lesson? Remember that learning should be hands-on and fun, not just writing formulas in a maths book. There are 3 things that promote the habit of creativity. Number 1, opportunities to engage in it, such as providing that time for free design or constructing or whatever the child may want to create. Number 2, encouragement when people do get the opportunities. Teachers and schools must praise these efforts and gives the students opportunities to talk about their efforts with their peers. And finally, number 3, rewards when people respond to the encouragement and think and behave creatively. Schools could use rewards such as showcasing these works at assemblies or creativity nights or even in newsletters. Show the students that their imagination and creativity is valued. I remind you as influential members of the community that you hold the key to the future in your hands. And I ask you to remember this: creativity can either be encouraged or discouraged. So please do all that you possibly can to help shape our future for the better. We may not still be there in 40 years' time, but these children will be.